In June of 1987, Keel released their fourth album, which was a self-titled album called Keel. This is the Rock and Roll Weatherman. My name is Sean Morrison, and yes, it came out, like I said, in June of 1987. Was released on Gold Mountain Records slash MCA Records. Of course, MCA was the distributor, and everyone knows how much I can't stand MCA Records, the musical cemetery of America. But came out like I said, June of 1987. The last album to feature guitarist Mark Ferrari and Brian J. As they left the band a year later, although J was heard on the live portion of the band's next release, Larger Than Live, and both of them rejoined Keel in 1988 to release Keel 6 Back in Action in 2009 for the band's 25th anniversary. And nothing on this album, it was the band's first album since 1984, was laid down a line to be produced by some other than Gene Simmons. And the ballad on the album, Calm Before the Storm, was co-written by the one and only Jimmy Bain, the late Jimmy Bain from Dio and Rainbow fame. I mean, this is an album I listened to like crazy in my, when it came out when I was in my later teen years, and it was just fucking excellent. I mean, I listened to this band a lot. Listen when you're getting into hair metal, it's one of those underground, more type bands. They did chart on Billboard their first few albums, but this album was so fucking good. I can't complain. You had great songs on it. I'll name them all: United Nations, Somebody's Waiting, Cherry Lane. Then they had Calm Before the Storm, which was a ballad. Then we had King of the Rock, It's the Jungle Out There. One of my favorites off the album. I said the wrong thing to the right girl. Then we had Don't Say You Love Me, The Love Is a Crime, I Want to Be Convicted, and they had also a song called 4th of July, but I do not know if the band ever played that song on the 4th of July before anybody really asks me that, but it looks like there was only one single released off this album, Somebody's Waiting, but I don't know if I can fully confirm that, but it's just a fucking awesome album. It was produced by Michael Wagner. Like I said, the first couple of albums were produced by Mr. Gene Simmons, and just this album, self-titled Keel, was just fucking, like I said, it's just amazing. There's not one bad song on it. And on this album, Ron Keel was the vocals, the guitar, and keyboards. Mark Ferrari was guitar and backing vocals. And everybody asks what Mark Ferrari does these days. Believe it or not, he does write and record music for Lifetime movies. Believe it or not, his name comes up on movie credits here and there.
He does?
Yes. Remember when I was telling you about that a while ago?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So he's out there and he still works in music in different aspects, of course. I know Ron Keel still performs every so often. I don't know what the other gentlemen do. You got Brian J. play guitars on this record, Kenny Chasen on bass and backing vocals, and on drums was a member named of Dwayne Miller, and the backing vocals on tracks 6 and 9, when there was a Jungle Out There, and If Love Is a Crime, I Want to Be Convicted, was Jamie St. James from the band Black and Blue. And like I mentioned, it was produced by the famous Michael Wagner. You had Garth Richardson and George Marino also doing some mastering as well. Friends, if you're not subscribed to the Sean Morrison YouTube channel, please do so. Everyone else has to subscribe. We thank you very much for the continued love, honor, and support. It is greatly appreciated. My favorite tracks off it are I Said the Wrong Thing, To the Right Girl, United Nations, Somebody's Waiting, and of course the ballad Calm Before the Storm, and let's also not forget 4th of July, my top 5 off of the self-titled Keel album from 1987. So friends, what are your favorite tracks off the Keel album from 1987, which was self-titled, simply called Keel? What are your thoughts? Leave your comments here. Shame, shame, shame.